abusia emede emanage brass no nine abo ewo UK nonum abo ewo Central Europe na afi abo no nine so ewo Ghana yebehia ewo community and the law program so na yede enkoma edepa ede abro. And if you're going to miss this show for anything in the world, please put it aside na bra betenase, because enkomodebi enam kwanso eba said ya wonim no yene BWF Solicitors ena edi ijumai BWF Solicitors oboy ema live ewo BW radio so BW TV so and our face so BWF Solicitors on Facebook page and YouTube page. I'm saying from Uruku Owusu from Paul Mina me teach me dear watch me a free sabri cop himself non sia ebebo ewo UK ha. And then so yedin komono machimube and nine and I'm a day bro. Did it kind a year in coma ye buboso ne announcements and some of the things you need to carry away, what we call our nuggets. Yede ebebro and which we know yebe call GB News. Na fe yen penin pa lawyer Bernard Usu edin komobi ewo. Bese na otwi mienu miensani and sem bi apagya ne ho a yedi ho komo pa na yeto so in our campaign you're spreading all around. The yeka and say Albana said bibinti ewo say yeje wo British passport and now British citizenship every won semwa. Emra eba no che say yen nisi abo amane and say Secretary of State oni and Shebia said I was all boa man, yet you be one say Yaji a free one. Some no, and ye bomb the row ye who campaign and cassette, and you're correct, because a bit to me, I can't at any public teach you the generation unborn, and I teach you young swa. You're free and close so now fee, ya by acquire British citizenship, and no, and come on ever in the next few minutes, ye sound common about. You're free and no swa, you're about a share. And then the brought teacher no a year. Supreme Court, I will UK ha decision be or day abba. Na sa decision no menim said to one more dear chain na mu bi so and Zambrano appeal na to say Zambrano appeal na to say a see I had there I come na so also no the also dey a year omo. I don't think question maybe so and bako and say ye share Supreme Court decision why against the appeal say obia or ye Zambrano carer and say parent no and no ho enkomo no et saying ye wo opani be e wo how free BWF Solicitors say our near e ba betwetwe sa enkomo no answer krana ye beko yebeko asore yetiam na say court of appeal say any Supreme Court court of appeal decision aba say Zambrano carer for and7 no ye be mu na afi wahunu ekwan a wode wode e be fa so eno nti Mr. Twame na spread the news no share link no in the next 3 or so minutes you be join me another channel what is GB News na ye ne Uncle Ben ene inuaba no so di djuma ho eboa yen campaign no ye ne won ebetwetwe nkomo na eti nkomo ne be wi a we'll come back into our BW studios na fe ye den nkomo no ahihye so kai say BWF Solicitors and a bro BWF Solicitors ewo 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road no so ewo Seven Sisters North London na say wo ye adwuma free Monday anopa 9 o'clock ekosi anwumere 6 o'clock wo ye adwuma woni amanfo edin kita ho de ehia say wo say ye de to epno so e de krata so de ma na ye de kokote ma ye gina wona mu na fe ye represent wo ewo enema hodo mu ye boa wo immigration asetre mu Ghana mrani ni UK mrasi ni bisi atiase ahomachi me da wo no bi say me say me pe lawyer ni papa wo ye family na usai BWF Solicitors na akwahinfa BWF Solicitors yento won krane ba ye be call GB News
ye fema ye wo London ye gia basobodie bebre ne ya redare e wo mransemu eye legal services be to say family law matrimonial law immigration dispute resolution Ghanaian customary any family law wo BWF die yen solicitors e de nigie e ne twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra yen partner penin pa Bernard Usu aye lawyer e wo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years BWF Solicitors kura wo ho inti se ba na busuansem bi te se child care e ya abofrahwe mu awayoja ye ho twuma mentwe ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a ye ma legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso Yen childcare, any family team no nimnia wo famu, ewe ni ya wo bremo. Enunti ni etu ye mboa sima wa futu a esefata ewo kokoa mu. Yen senior partner Eyobia Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agina tumu no osanso ye member na kyerɛ sɛ ɛba no sɛ ye gina wachi etwitwa agyew ewo family any matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw kra. Wope advice ewo immigration sensem ho. Wo BWF Solicitors deɛ ye immigration team no avedare ewo general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho totoye, any entry clearance visas, family visas, ni appeals. Yen senior partner a member na wasa ginatum ewo Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Inti se taiwachi a wonni haw kra. Ye bie an office free dwada ekosi fiada anopa non krompe mu ekosi enumre nonsia eye 9:30 am kosi 6 pm. Ena memene dan so appointment nko free anopa nondu ekosi ewia no 9 eye 10 am kosi 4 pm. Yewo 4th floor ewo Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sawun 93 Seven Sisters Underground Nswa eye kwantie bi. Yen senior partner Bernardo Wusu san ye barrister ya gina tumu na oye Ghana Bar Association member ena wasan gina se mranimfo ewo court cases ya efa Ghana law. Wa advising local authorities, official solicitors office, ni solicitors bebree efa Ghanaian law hu yi. Na osan yo bia otai kasa ewo radio any TV so for Ghanaian law.
Okay, I send the Gamboa Mania no and say you call British News Channel AGB News. Now, in senior partner Uncle Ben war channel no so and until you call Aqua senior as Uncle Mono Echo now fee your day abroad. And your crowd may switch in na call over to BGB News na your day San Comono a day abroad na your baba to also.
Firstly, welcome guys, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us, Albie. I'm about to call you Abby. But he's not Abby, he's Albie. Right, so I'm going to have to start with you, Albie. You're Conservatives Against Racism, so, you know, I don't know which side of the fence you sit on with this particular issue, but what do you think? Do you believe that Boris may have had a hand in it, or do you think that he didn't, or...?
I don't really mind, to be honest. I find it quite difficult to get outraged by this story, to be honest. My understanding is that Pen Farthing had a high-profile campaign to get his animals out of Afghanistan. He raised money through fundraising to charter a flight to Afghanistan to evacuate the animals, and also 67 people who are now starting their lives in the United Kingdom. So I find it difficult to get enraged about this. Surely it's a good news story.
Well, that's what I thought, but people are sort of saying that, well, Boris, he may have lied about that, and if he lied about that, I mean, is this something that we should even, you know, be involved in a sense, as a huge news story that sort of precludes us from talking about other things?
I think so, but I think it's quite clear that there are a lot of people out to get Boris at the moment. Yes, he has made a lot of mistakes recently, but I think it's also important to note that Sir Philip Barton, the top civil servant in the Foreign Office, has actually apologised to the Foreign Affairs Select Committee for giving incorrect information linking the Prime Minister to this decision. So I just think it's a storm in a teapot.
What do you think then? Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know, the evil of this man seems to know no bounds. Last week he had a birthday cake.
Oh my God.
A birthday cake.
Well,
and this week he's saving some dogs. I mean,
And people.
He's like a James Bond baddie, isn't he? I don't know. I think people are upset about this because you know, there may be some suggestion that he's prioritised animals over humans. But as a country, don't we do that? I mean, animal charities get so much more money than charities that actually save human lives. So, you know, maybe he's just reflecting what the voters want. Also, I think, you know, in fairness to Boris, this isn't the worst thing that happened with our withdrawal from Afghanistan. And he perhaps thought there was more time to get other people out. I don't think people realised it was going to be such a cataclysmic rush and, you know, such a catastrophic deadline for getting people out.
Well, it's true what you say as well. I mean, I don't know whether you've seen that film, John Wick. And the guy goes in and he kills all these people, but then he doesn't kill the animals. Everyone goes, oh, thank goodness for that. You seen the film?
No, I've never seen the
It's a
film.
very good one, yeah. When you get a chance, watch it. It's brilliant.
Definitely will.
Brilliant.
And do we know the Taliban's position on animals? Would they have kept the animals as pets, or would they have...
I might have eaten them. No, I've no idea.
I'm glad you said that, not me.
Well, I don't think they'll be right. I don't think they'll be watching. Really, what happened this weekend?
I went on Good Morning Britain.
Oh, yeah.
I thought I was having a reasonable debate. And it turns out apparently what I said can be misconstrued as the most evil and terrible racist thing that anybody could ever say. Basically, I defended, not so much defended Boris Johnson's joke about people in burqas looking like
No, we can't. Yeah.
letterboxes, but I said, it's a visual gag. It's not a hateful comment. He was in the article. He was actually defending the right of people to wear
Exactly.
He was actually doing that. He was actually defending them. But yeah. So listen, so again, it does seem like a sort of concerted attack against Boris.
Yeah.
I am genuinely a little bit sick of hearing it. I'm sick of hearing Partygate and all those things. But it was because I listened to something that Pen Farthing was saying, and I just thought that when will this end? This whole sort of every single thing they're trying to find something that is wrong or negative. When actually this story, if we're to believe that he had any hand in it, which again he denies, he didn't have any hand in it. And even as you said, the person what's the guy's name?
Sir Philip Barton.
That's it. Sir Philip Barton has come out and said, well, actually, I apologise for the words I used. They may well have been misleading. So it is interesting that it does feel to me that mainstream and the media seem to pick up on this, and then they ran with it. Even Tom Tugendhat, with his comments, he was inaccurate with what he said. So it just seems nobody's picking up on these things at all.
But quickly in defence of Tom, I think at the time the facts weren't established. Sir Philip Barton hadn't come out and said that he'd misled anyone. And at the time that it was all happening, emotions were very high. And when the news story first came out back when the evacuation was going on, I will be honest, I was annoyed at the way that it was being kind of presented to the public. But now that the facts are out in full, I'm no longer annoyed because it's clear to me that actually I don't think any wrongdoing took place.
Well, don't you think the media, though, I mean, in a sense, reflecting the story in that way when it really wasn't as they did, should actually come out and apologise, seeing as they're, baying for blood every time Boris does something. Well, they are, aren't they? Every time somebody gets something. But they won't apologise. They've done it to me. I've had an issue where I was on a programme and they literally completely misquoted and added things in that I hadn't said. And everyone was like, how could you do that? And everything. I'm like, if you play the clip, you haven't actually heard me use those words. But they were able to do that. I did nothing about it. I couldn't really. There wasn't any point. Because if I said anything, everyone went, oh, you're just saying that now to protect yourself. And it's like, no, if you listen to the clip, I haven't said anything. But still.
The media always misquote, misrepresent, to make a story, to create clickbait, to create a headline that people are going to want to click on. So, they'll throw accusations of racism, for example, into a headline. And, if the media had to apologise for every time they misrepresented or misquoted someone, they'd never stop apologising.
Well, there you go.
Any time to do any news.
Well, there you say it, because exactly the same way as the Prime Minister and everybody else, if we're all being forced to apologise for things that we did wrong, then perhaps the media should start speaking up when they've actually misrepresented something and start apologising and let the public start to hear that what you've read and the way we've misled you 2 years later or 2 years ago, which is what they're getting Boris for, perhaps they should start apologising for their misrepresentation of the facts and the stories, and also people like Tom Tugendhat. As you said, though, of course, with respect, he didn't know all the facts. Well, he does now, so he should apologise as well. They should all, if they're going to force Boris and civil servants and everyone to apologise for misrepresented things or breaking rules, then they all need to be saying sorry.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, they agree with me. This is an absolute What's going on? What that wow? Listen, you're with me, I'm Nana Akwe. This is GB News on TV and on digital radio. Still to come, it's time for the Great British Debate. In this hour, I'm asking, should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without telling them? The Nationalities and Borders Bill was going through the committee stage in the House of Lords this week, and in its current form, if the British government wants to remove someone's citizenship, it will no longer need to tell them. I'll be joined by a solicitor who's been researching the bill. I also want to know what you think. Should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without telling them? Send me that email, gbnews@gbnews.uk. You could also tweet me at GBnews, and there is a poll up asking that very question. Should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without telling them? Cast your vote now, but first, it's the weather. here. Now it's time for our great British debate this hour, and I'm asking, should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without telling them? The Nationality and Borders Bill was going through the committee stage in the House of Lords this week. In its current form, if the British government wants to remove someone's citizenship, it will no longer need to tell them. Now, the Home Secretary Priti Patel promised the bill would create a firm but fair asylum system to allow the UK to take full control of its borders. But I want to know, should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without actually mentioning that they're doing so? Well, I'm joined by Bernard Owusu. He's a senior partner at BWF Solicitors. He's been looking into the bill and the impacts it might have. So firstly, Bernard, thank you so much for coming into the studio. It's great to meet you. So take us through as an explanation of the Nationality and Borders Bill and what it is actually hoping to achieve.
Okay. So the bill itself is a mixed bag of regulations which seeks to amend current laws and regulations. It's a bill that is seeking to tighten some of the loose ends of the asylum law and historical injustice with British nationality, especially for British overseas citizens, and also seeks to punish countries that do not cooperate with the UK when it comes to returning those people who failed asylum applications and people who do not have leave to remain here. Also seeks to tidy up the loose ends of what we call the traffic slaves who've been brought into the country by other people. There's a bit about legal aid, which tidies it up, and also something in relation to the appeals requirement for both the first-year tribunal and the special immigration commission, and also brings in a penalty for wasting the tribunal's time in relation to immigration appeals.
So that means people can't keep appealing and appealing and appealing constantly like that?
It relates to conduct of the representative.
Okay.
So it's not only...
it's also the lawyer, could be.
That's
a good thing. Like all the things that you've listed sound like quite good things. So what is the objection?
Well, two parts. The first objection that I can see is in relation to Clause 9, which is the Secretary of State failure to give notice when she wants to revoke someone's citizenship. Now, citizenship is a right. I know that the previous Secretary of State have said it's a privilege. Both the US Supreme Court and the UK Court of Appeal have stated that it's a right on which other rights are built. So you're born with it. And if it's something that you've acquired from birth, you can't just take it away without giving notification.
So they're saying that even if you were born in this country and maybe you go off on holiday, then you come back, you could find that at the airport you are no longer a citizen of this country. Is that
and that is the problem.
Right.
The current law is that she ought to give notice. And notification really invites you to put in a representation why her thoughts or her arguments are wrong. My experience is that in some of the cases that we have dealt with, for example, at the notifications, they've changed their mind and they've returned the citizenship. So it's quite important. And it also invites judicial oversight. Clearly, if you give unfettered powers to one person, and it's one person only, I'm aware that apparently there's a group of people who may advise her, but on a few occasions she hasn't taken the advice. And we are also aware that sometimes the Home Office makes mistakes. The most recent one is what we had with the Windrush scandal. So it's very important that she listens to what almost thousands, potentially millions of people are saying, that this law itself is not fair because it's an incremental erosion of centuries-old British justice, fairness, and equity. That's what she's taken away. It really doesn't make sense.
But she might argue that actually people have taken the proverbial out of this, and you know all the appeals of people who come here and then they should have been. I mean, there was the guy who had that bomb, that makeshift bomb outside the hospital. He'd actually applied for citizenship. He applied to stay here as a refugee, and of course he was declined and still here and appealing. And you know, the whole system needs an overhaul, and it seems that what they're responding to is that. But the other thing that you mentioned is that if somebody, the whole premise of it is that they can literally make someone stateless, is what they're saying. I mean, this is the Shamima Begum issue.
Yes. Now, the law itself, the British Nationality Act, as in its current form, and because the UK signed a UN Charter on statelessness. It will not allow the country to make you stateless. However, there seems to be a burden on you to show why you cannot take citizenship of another country. That is a different argument. That doesn't form part of the current changes. The current changes is what we are arguing against. And the current changes is such that we know that the Court of Appeal, the last few days have said that notification is very, very important. It doesn't make sense. I don't understand why she doesn't want to give reasons for revocation, and for example, because of relationship with a foreign country. I mean, having come across any example of a relationship with a foreign country, that will prevent the Secretary of State from giving you notice. It's not immigration, and we need to differentiate between immigration and nationality. Nationality is for British people, it's for British citizens. And it can be anybody. It can be somebody who has lived here for years, somebody whose great-great-great-grandparents have lived here for years, and they could take away the citizenship without really giving you notification.
So you said that they're different nationality and citizenship, right? So if they remove your citizenship, you're still British?
No.
So so they seem quite the same to me. I'm trying to work out the difference in my head.
So what I said is there's a difference between citizenship and immigration.
All right.
Now, immigration is usually for people who've come into this country. Nationality is for people who either were born or acquired the nationality, although they came here, they can register or naturalize as British citizens. The argument is that she, in certain circumstances, and it seems to be a blanket exemption, and they give 5 circumstances. One is in the interest of state security. One is in the interest of national security. The other one is relationship with a foreign country. Right. The other one is if she hasn't got information to give you notice. And the last one is that
it's a bit weak, isn't it?
It's practically impossible to serve you. What a House of Commons and the House of Lords Joint Committee on Human Rights have said, and they've reviewed a lot of laws and listened to a lot of experts, is that first of all, we don't think this is necessary because you've even got wide discretion as it stands. And there's never been any issue with taking citizenship from anyone. I mean, this started with Abu Hamza during Labour government, and that's why these deprivation laws came in. We've had them since 1914, but it's never been used really. Right. I mean, in 2017 alone, we had about 145 people lose their citizenship. The reason to lose citizenship is there. I'm not arguing with that. What I'm arguing with is a process of notification, which seems to erode the centuries-old British concept of justice, fairness, and equity.
I understand. So it's not actually the taking away, it's the lack of notification.
Absolutely.
That's the issue.
Absolutely.
But then people seem to be taking advantage of that. Well, listen, we'll carry on discussing that as well. That's, of course, Bernard Owusu. He's a senior partner at BWF Solicitors. So stay with us. Now, in a statement, the Minister for Justice and Tackling Illegal Immigration, Tom Pursglove, said the Nationality and Borders Bill will deliver the government's new plan for immigration, the most comprehensive reform in decades to fix the broken asylum system. Removing British citizenship has been possible for over a century. It is used against those who have acquired citizenship by fraud and against the most dangerous people, such as terrorists, extremists, and serious organised criminals. Clause 9 does not change these reasons and is simply about the process of notification for removal of citizenship. So today I'm asking, should the government be able to remove someone's citizenship without telling them? Let's have a quick look at what you've already been saying. Now, Jamie says that the government should make all the reasonable attempts to inform people that their citizenship is being revoked. Ultimately, someone should be able to appeal that decision in the court. Saf says this is definitely a good idea, but only for criminals and especially terrorists. Anthony says stripping citizenship is retrograde and not the actions any country should take. All British citizens should be returned and face justice. Well, stay with us, keep getting involved with that. We'd love to hear your thoughts on that. I'm Nana Akwe. This is GB News. If you just joined me, welcome on board. We're on TV and on digital radio. still to come, we'll continue the Great British debate. I'm asking, should the government be able...
Yeah, I'm saying, what thing, come on, Sanya, see a coin. Yempany, Uncle Ben, and on a GB News a day and come on. Now, Fay, your day, one, back into our studios now, Fay, Yabe Senia, and also so, Bia, Ababa, young common. Who ebi sana obese obo yehon enkomo wo idea bi na obese ode atudwa efa de akosui ene kanya obetimi asende ade abranya your text number no send ya unim no 0795042278 your text number no ebi 0795042278 and answer we fraying e 07399 208-468 07399-208-468. Community and the law and Iguso a day a brewery. Recabo Mania say and there we war before every BWF Solicitors and say our boy and day and common ever brew. Now tell me 1 second, maybe Cecilia Nafi and then come on about the shisha. So you may nuggets no after nuggets and also you may share the amount as far as a few announcements I was your day bro. We the community and the law. Your friend will be cool also for Mr. and come here. That's Sir Uguso and Yang Etienne. Now, Faye or Jimedi, the community and the law. Akinsanya Zambrano judgment, no, Court of Appeal, IPO, Edgeman, what they about say, Court of Appeal are dismissing the Secretary of State's appeal, finding that she misrepresented the UK law when setting the immigration rules for Zambrano carers. We aim command and then they are bronzy. Senior Camille down, men continue to but the Chichibono never ye main and community, Shannon Sosa and Mammy. And actually, you know, so Masame Kai will say, Aquina Abba, Sir, Ubetimi, Amma Ubi information way. From 4 a.m. on the 11th of February, all testing requirements will be removed for eligible, fully vaccinated arrivals with only a passenger locator form now required. Now, say you can't say anyone HMO ABU NSA or say arrivals who are not recognized as fully vaccinated will only need to take a pre-departure test and a PCR test on or before day 2 after they arrive in the UK. Now, countries are can't one accept Ghana can't answer to say the UK now accepts COVID-19 certificates from 180 countries, including Ghana. And he said, Ghana now, what year vaccine and he kind of toss me. The secret Matthias and say boosters about our Ghana amount for our. And he said, Ghana now would see so Coco vaccine, young boy home because a idea and no and boy in a TV show. When he said, war vaccine. So, what about I also may take one car now, young who said, now, young recognize young common and your deck for OPPR. Yeah, here nuggets no for today. And then and for added to your name. BWF legal nuggets will say in Buckinghamshire County Court versus Moran in 1990, chapter 623-636, that is Slate LG. What she will say was say possession is never adverse within the meaning of the 1980 Act if it is enjoyed under a lawful title. If therefore, a person occupies or uses land by license of the owner with the paper title and his license has not been duly determined, he cannot be treated as having been an adverse possession as against the owner of the paper title. Yeah, and remember, It's me, a lawyer for. But when we go now, the decay in the media penny, like Patrick Eddie. Now, on one make my ye and call. But Patrick Kwaba, I feel Michelle.
Well, I think that, in the Musi, I'm saying, Yamina DSC, Kakra, but why I don't, Mama, yet to me, if I might want to share.
I've been commenting. We needed the rest.
Absolutely.
Maybe before in team 4 near for Amania said,
Yeah.
More break. Sometimes 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Uber office on a wall, and 1 9 a.m. new officer. Now also as fresh as ever, not more. We thank you, said Yami. And Kosu Shaman now for Omama Denian Sunset, moving to the Aboy. And then you share you say a possession, adverse possession. Will be as I say now, will be person for from the so called Jimmy when it wants to be over and crata and dear and answer when I watch more than 2 years, whatever. 5 from now, you're missing a see at here.
Okay. It's a record. Sanya, you have a case law. And send you watch it mu kakra the alpha or summon up sanity. Adverse possession a legal principle. Na ne potoka send mu kakra kana ya kanu. The bit in teach mu akodu say war a japadi a year land. A real property in the account,
Okay.
which is land.
Okay.
The war sa a Japadia. Na ubi edi or shesu a fasa a Japadia.
Ubi a name so to me as I a bobby as a friend a bobby a sort of fabia or funny boom.
A cottage.
Or no to me as it's say sanity bia. Na ye de ba senye emre ye kanu no dia na adverse possession ye obi a wakofa obi asase na saa asase no ono saa nipa kro na ankasa no oni asase no so ekrata na ode eye ohye afa saa asase no na ansa na ubetimi afa saa ade no na esese watumi atena asase no so edi so best 12 years. That is in the inception of the 2002 Land Registration Act no ese watena so best 12 years. It is a watena so 12 years na within that period no nyina watena so no nipa asase no ye ne dia no sebe wayi nani ena oti asase no so udidi so oye so adwuma ebi kura na wotwa wo kakra bi e de afa ho nipa asase ne dia no omeka ahwe nti wu sa nipa ya ofa asase wu yusu asase no sedie enkade asase no ye ne dia na nkokobe yusu
okay
nti wo yusu ade no saa for that period of time no ama afa die obi ama ho so obi ama ho dia na ekamia yese asase no abeye wo dia nsa nemum case ya ye hwe de kan say fine that is okay nemum say okase asase wafa na obi asase na sa nipa kro no ono na ama utumi setna so a untumi insign wachi emeka say
media
because say watna susu for that time a bit abaya wo dia
irrespective the owo here was so
absolutely
intimi nya wo dia
because nipa no ama to me set fatna ha sabe uni baby ete ena waba eye krobi mu ena ebi ohina wo ho wo hu se hoho na waje ofeso na ma baby so bo wo sese kakra wa ha na tena ho na so sese kakra mabodi na esanse oye hoho a afi no waba bidu no tena ha kakra na fa boaboa ho anu na echi no unya baabi a
wetu akọ
nti se ohene na ye saa papa na wie na all of a sudden ebi ohene agya ma na wa ma bibi krata ebi ama wa sign say okay eja ya manu aba eye man pe hia krom ohini ame wo ha papa kwasi chei me se tena ha kakra enti no ebre so a na oboaboa ho a wafiri ha na wako se ya mawo saa tumi krata no se fatena ho a emra no se untimi ensan wachi enkoka se watena asase no so for a period of time ama 12 years abepa ho enti se yitumi register asase no ewo wudin na sana na emra no tie
okay
na ansana obetimi ayesa na se wo kire sa na meyi a mabobo oboso yi se watena asase no so we use asase no te se de na asase no eye no dia se nko be use no se utimi kire sa de no dia na watena so for 12 years a limitation act na ye kan ho asem ewo ye script no 1980 act no wo statute bar eye nipa na eye land no eye ne dia no se obetimi akọ challenge sa de so obekaya fie kakra bi ni enche
okay
going back to 2012 no obetibia no na yesi eye squatters akowura eye nkofofie ama omaje ho aboso ama yetu omo a na internet se ukọ court and sana otimi
ajwa de
internet ekoso inti ma aban ye nsakere kakra ma obe criminalize sa niema na nkofo eye no ema adverse possession ankasa with a domestic property no enya de a nanse crown to say obi yes ade ni bi because aban ayen hihye e de etia ema saade no enkoso but sa adverse possession here came at the moment with the regime now you were since 2003 no it affected registered land but say your unregistered land the dia in fact asase e da ho ayen registered very hard so obehu asase wo krom ha yen register ebi wo ho de ebi wo ho but se asase no wo ho na so obi akotena so for that period of time na obetimi claim sa ownership no in fact sa period of possessing the land no kra no you reducing from 12 to 10 into no uhemu a na say uyo obi sa na ukonya ba bi sa eti sa then it means say o tena ho na obia mesi hu dia na o ya afa ho adi ebi ne de nka eto ye papa ya ye hwe ni case Buckinghamshire ni
moral ma me say ye kana asase but ubehu ana bia building bi because na council demarcate say or more baba ye renovation na edahwa na nkofo ewuram no makwakotenam obi anka hwe nche wo mo bia council ne budget nti omuntimi enye anaso obi kura de dan na obi na team nipa no bi o Ghana bo ho na nipa na tu a few months later bo no obi for team anaso even kura bank for say o mortgage what the nti e ba beje ni age esi ho yagesi ho no omunya mba ho na obi akwa akotenam obetimi nipa waka akotene mo no abia at a point e beka so bi o yes squatter no obetimi atratre mo ade samre abo no ho ban age efie na fa na
yo enkane no de na oyesa na emra no maho kwan ema na yeye sisi na emra no maho kwan sa and intina na metrimu say because of the rampant possession and ekoso with squatters na almost sank of japade ewura nkofo properties mu na hardwin into no aban eye nhihye ema obe criminalize no commercial properties ade still na nkofo kwa etumi eco squat ewom no no skra no ho nhihye wo ho into no it is going on ade akoso ma aban hu se ade hardwin enunti na ya ye nhihye se be ya yebetumi edi esie no ano ho ekwan into no obekaya last year your community no ye bibi kakra ebe boye hu na ebe yese aboye pusa na yente ase yente ne ma
passes Zambrano Ghana parliament near day
exactly into no ade a wo dada ye nyina enim se oman a yetimi sebe omu ne bedi yeso into ni shisha wo mo emrem no bebre na wo ho a aya na ewo yeso yemrem iti enye ade foforo na Ghana ye de ba ade ye wo ho dada na esan se bebre na nim se ne emranity ntino na nya ade a omuhunu se ewo ho but e ade ewo ho so obi atena wasase so na watena ho a na ono na edodo ho oduedua nnuane onye mponche onye nwan na watena ho for that period of time no na untumi enkose ago enkohweye enko visit ye na asase na wayiwani after 20 years na so kwa sa period of time na watena so no of course esese otumi eji sa asase no na oyeso adwuma we nyina fire by no eyi bibia e free eye tirimupo bi se esese ye bo asase ho ban na yenyan asase any properties emane na ho pan na yetumi make use of it nti se wakoto asase na eda ho na ye use a na ebia nipa susu hia se obetena ba bia na se obeyi bibi dia na ene ebehia se obetumi use sa asase no because you never know ebia na nipa kura no enya de a ohia asase no de aye bibi ene wagya ho mpan ene okọ nti se watimi atena so na wa use na obia ma for all of these years no dia na mmra no hu se eye enough time se nka nipa no asase no ehu hia na ampa ana se opeso use ampa dia sa time na wo de atena so no nka nipa no betimi mpo abesra asase no dako na waka se oh esimasi obenten hwan ena de ahama o ana se dienti ena wo ha eye masase na nke bia ono atwe ho ema nso baso we su de ankoba ne sa ti se wutena mu for sa period of time no dia na emra ne se okay ebetimi ama ho kwan na we register asase no ama ne timi abaye odia a very broad there are times that obetimi a challenge sa registration no ama so uma notice wo na asase no ukuta the legal title na obetimi akọ na wakọ stop sa registration ntino e broad but the sese eye omanfo ehunu se emra no wo ho se wanye oniema yi na ujai obibi na da ho mpan a especially with the yehun Ghana me sure say senior partner ebetremu ewa ha edemaye ema obi anya ne ho ntia se enyehu sa sebe se wo de ofie ama obi wo Ghana se hwesomamia eno nkyere se so tenemu up to a certain number of years obetimi claim ownership of that property
but at least the kokobon say your agreement be to
of course
yes saving adwuma say ade na wo na me de agya wo me kwaba me baba hwe no matter the amount of years
koba
me
yes
untimi fa kwa money
so all lodge wo ha or your lodger ntino oni tumi bia wo eye property
bo hompem de usika koshema samoto abusianfo na yedi enkomo na wo de wo question beba na afi ubibisa na yachewo mu wo abejoin ni yen me wo na mayeti na obrimpon ansa berima da se ajewa ajimai sanso na me wo Ezekiel Johnson na mayeti sane bibikwa ma no ka train se yenyina yenhye link no na amanfo ensa enka de me de ema wo as yen nugget no bia me bisa ho asementi hye no so na afi yemfa enko yenim sa abusafo ebi nso me sa kai wo se BWF Solicitors de enkra amayen se akwanya aba se obetimi de obi aba se omeye adwuma ewo UK ha na eno eye enkomo ben de ye de ma Zambrano de nso so ompeso obekọ dachi wase oye obi a wo adwuma na opese kofa care workers efi Ghana eba na omoba be ye adwuma wo ha uhia se obetimi apply for wo sponsorship license senya nhihye owo from the 15th of February 2022 sa emrano ekeke ina obetimi age sponsorship license na wa recruit to health workers and now say care workers and the one about UK last week ye try yen say obetimi aye English language B1 no na afei so agencies be ewo ho a omo de omo atimi adi mu kan na afei omo age one license no na omo timi ade akofa nkofo aba se opese unya ho enkomodie obunya ho nimdie ene ntiase anasa opese woboa na uputi wo license application no together omo de aso be for BWF Solicitors ewo 0208 493-7340 me see number no so 0208-493-7340 and now say 077-127-1 61884 077 127 61884. Abisha chane so sa na afi ye ba ye nkomo na so asem de ba ko e wo ho e na ide e ma wono de to so mienu na otwi mu ko a lawyer for teacher BWF Solicitors edi animu na senior partner ne lawyers ni nyina edi animu na afi wako a ene sa Zambrano appeal court of appeal and then make come say Supreme Court Supreme Court can the energies will be anti appeal for be abuse and man Court of Appeal at the Abba senior Secretary di na esi ho se wako etia sa enhye no wamfa kwampa so ekwan ben so e no fa ya anye kwampa na sa decision yi abai na secretary ne sen eden ne wo ma me ene wo titio obi a oye Zambrano Kera Zambrano no mami kwache kakra bi maybe for purposes of obi a fake crown why na dwene so so tie no ye ka Zambrano situation na la I don't know come say
okay nti Zambrano no obi a yemfa ne say owo British child na sa British child no ono na hwe sa akwala no
okay
o hwe sa akwala no oni asetene bia wo krom ha nti the principle na you're setting it up. Zambrano no ye case. A European case. Mamia or Sheneba. Only assistant bia or the baby. Now, of course, your man assistant. Now, court to the rule say because Aqualana, my mention or European citizen. Now, EU Emrano, Emma Aqualana or your citizen who coins utimi etna no chrome. Intino. Se ye kase ono maame no emfiri kronumu enko na ekamia ye se indirectly no o ka se akwala no so se ono so onfiri ono anu krom no onko na emom so se o ka se uja akwala no na wapamo ono maame no nko a ono na ehwe akwala na ekwan ben so na akwala no ankasa no obetimi afa obehwe ne ho so wo kro na otim no na say ohwe saa nsemfua mienu a yebusa nyina anu yie bia papa bia ntimi mma se saa na tie dia ene na anu yie anase de ebetimi aboa ne se saa maami anase nipa ohwe akwala yi no esese ye mana setena mom na otimi de tena krom ho na otimi de ye adwuma na otimi de hwe ne ba no because oni ho a akwala no esese okọ so koso so a obia ni ho a obehwa akwala no so okasa akwala no so nkoso a na o pamo akwala no afri ni krom meanwhile EU mra no so ekire yen se akwala no oye citizen of a European country it is a citizen of an EU country any EU country bia na mra no se oye EU citizen. So apart from you being a citizen of a particular country, European state, you know,
EU citizen.
Exactly.
And then no, we said that say Brexit by let's also America trim because they say you can cut EU no bill.
And senka tanya okay nanka you free EU mi nanka ni no etwem. But senya ye di kan aka no empem bebre no. Enye emra na EU for ehihye maaye na saa time ye de ye ho dom EU na ye di so no enye ni nyina na ye ye free ho nti bi ho a still na no ye susu se eye mra eboaye a ebebo ye ho bra nti ye dutum e de ahye ye withdrawal agreement nim ama me nyina no eguso eye adwuma eno nti na se uye obi a wabetena krum a uye EU ni na waware no na e wo ho dada still emra no ma wo kwan e ma wotumi de wo kani no ba empu o maame ana se oba a wo ho no obetumi de naba wasew a eye oyere ana se ukunu na busua obetumi de o maba wo ma yesi wo ho kwan eye extended family members no but saa eye ebusua ya mabebo so nyina no still na no emra no ma ho kwan ma utumi de wo nyina eba ntino emra na EU for hihye mai ne emu de eboa yen na yagitum ne de still na no ye de ye adwuma and Zambrano principle way is one of them. Still ano EU for any UK yina Jacob and Chrome say ebuase yebetimi agya tum na aye adwuma. Bear in mind to say nkofo bebre wo ho a na omonam sa route no so already ama ya ye nhihye ama ya transition sa emra no e dia ba the new appendix EU no ma ne nyina no eye adwuma ntini so wo sa tebia no ma emra no ebo wo ho ban ema utumi eye sa paper no na so utumi de tena kroma that is what Zambrano na ye ka ho asem no eye the situation and yet a non-quantity principle I use.
Okay.
There's another principle, the chain principle, and the Texera. All of those principles, EU and RAN. Now, with the chain principle, no, so say, Apalano on your British citizen,
okay,
but a European citizen are free another EU country. For example, if you're Germany and or Tikruma, or any mammy and answer any papa and a Tikruma. And I want to share Saqualano. Again, bear in mind, says Saqualano or UK now or a year at the time now you're part of EU. Or when you come, because you're EU citizen.
On yet British citizen.
That's it. Nano man who coins ultimately sa a crum ho. It is all cast own free a chromosom cordia. Na oh fat quatico biso apamono. So one ma. Awofo no nkrata no mantimi antena ekromo ho anhwe omoba no dia na emra no se o pese o fa kwati kwan so na opamo akwala no efri onu ankasa ne krom. The law would not allow that entino ya bokwan e de ato ho ama saafo no nyina o saa situation ni mu a obetimi aye application na one eye abofra na wo hwe no so ye British ni anaso or ye European national only netiano ubetimi aye application na only natna chroma. So you know, I think that we've dragged it, but yes,
yeah,
that is what it is.
It's a question we sent is say sa Court of Appeal case say anko year and Home Secretary when year na implication near day then and kabetum kofo na omo I used to start process no and then mokakra and any one more watching some person be use it didn't come to home.
Okay, so now enka bibia ni ho a ebeto oba mo watchre ba no per se because so uyo obi a o share British citizen child still da no wo ho kwan so betimi aye sa application no. Okay. But the implication ananka ebenya ne say what switch from sa Zambrano no and I say uyo obi a ukoye Zambrano application no to start with. Now Home Office catch us say there be ubetimi afa kwan foforo so enya asetena enti menye Zambrano no na emom kona koye application under the immigration rules no because say also buy a British citizen there ya ye emra domestically a ubetimi afa saa emra no so e de atena kroma na ya ma wasetena. So why not?
Okay.
Again, so okay, say unisika odi betua ka. O say okay, fine. Enu sunti na ya fee waiver e dey ato ho. You have no excuse so because say unisika odi betua. Betua a fee waiver application. Na odi ayesa application. Yes. So what switch it from sa route na odi akọ eye 2.5 no so dia. Enanka eye Court of Appeal eje sa Home Office for Assembly 2 mudia. Na a coin bi so no esi hu kwan ma untimi emma back embeye application emma ye maw indefinite leave to remain because na de oma sem no nyina de omo pa aye ne se enka omo be stop ama untimi emfree eye Zambrano no so emfree 2.5 years no so ensamba Zambrano route no so. It no say wo 2.5 years no so a then the expectation is that ubedi ule musa kopum se ubewi period na we was no na untimi emba back. Now says how the dia e na the Court of Appeal can say more interpretation of the law itself, the EU law na eboye nyina ho bra no dia eno de agitum eye no kre se obi wo krom ha na o wasetena na ekoba se you say the EU citizen child and I said the British citizen child on free kruma and ya dia say nipa kro no so obe free kruma because of wasetena. So it is only on the occasion saa nipa yi onni bibia ye ka say akwala no o ye ka say free ha ebema akwala no so free ha then we are saying say say ye ma bibi under the Zambrano nti eno no ne de court of appeal for no omni home office for ya doing with the interpretation of sa EU emrano.
Okay. Me question me what we would and the omo no nya adwene because na me ba bibisa say you can't say akwada but somebody can be a carer of an adult who is a British.
Of course, yes.
And
yes.
Also is it covered under this law?
Right. It is a obi a oye adult. Then there should be BB potentia o na wo hwe sa ni pakro na oye adult.
Okay.
For instance, e bia na ni pay oye yarefo sebe. Nti no wo na wo hwe aboa na setena mu. E bia no obi a owo tibiam mu a ohia eye 24-hour care.
Okay.
Wo na wo render sa care no. So wo na wo ye sa dia, then why not? Ubetimi aye na osusu wetimi agina saa citizen no so as European national no na wetimi e dia aye application.
Me quite well baby na wo kon mesa ya ba na me miss question we. Minimum bia oye nyamejuma. Onama no share nipa me kana say me woni me pa but forgive me say me so as an example forgive me because say ebe buanso so wakwan biso lawyer oshia abofra no sabe na dwemu kana kakra o de da bonten a very young nice boy just say ye woni pam but me tia kasa bi anka na dwene mu damoni ade ne busuafo apaw no abofra yi ne nana e wo skapa ama ofri ye bibremu man ani bi so ato japade wa ha but nebusuafo no because akwala no adwene mu ka na kakranti ye deprive akwala no of sa property ni privileges na ye de aman on nkata wo bibia but omaja no da banti nti menia ehu no fa abofra no den call barbering shop ko yi ni tikama ko dware no ni ade e kire no hu ba bia nebusuafo ko yi ne hu adi se abofra no me wo interest woni mu me pesa me boa no Sani paye wohwe abofra yi wohwe na say abofra no esi aye so close and bonded to sani paye no na wochi no wanhu menua na aye bibi foforo menua yi America yi so onyina bibi aso say why the carer more or less obetimi aye application under Zambrano.
Okay, this is a very good question. Now say oyene carer, you know, sabe nipa ye kind of ho asem oye nipa into no owura.
That's right.
And to say bibi keka sabe wafana abon into owura and no
unfortunately no krasa so timi determine say ana abofra ni fame de ne ko
exactly into no owura no na se bia ewura no ni ho ena aban amawo saa tumi no say okay ye hu say wo ena sabe nipa yi ne tibia a okọ mu no wo na wafa na wahwe no wo mo a eye ewuranom na nkasa no de ye hu o mo kira kwan enti no se ne wafa no na wahwe no no ya mawo saa tumi no say obetimi akoso. Now,
so you become the person's official
exactly. Enti no what be saa person na wo tumi a wo de hwe saa kwalai. Enti se saa na tie dia then why not? Ye nua betimi agina saa ade no so na wo claim say yes nipa yi me na me hwe no sebe o issues mentally. Enti no saa issues no me na me hwe a me boa no ne na setena mu na didie mu sebe ya obekrakra no ho obeyi ni ti obedware obehye na tare ni nyina me na me boa na manaye nti no se me boa na manaye sa na sebe wo mo a omo ka bia etimi wo mu no so agi atum se ampa se dwumadi a wudidi aboa saa ye nipa yi ni dia then ehu behia se nipa yi ono so betimi aye saa application na e aboa
no na say application no kokoto be a caseworker be anymore wouldn't one of the arguments be say oh sha kwala because we nim so benya benefit bi.
Well, fine. That is obese, your friends, and subjective, opinion. But wo na wo your application in there. Sabe, eno ne hia. Unim say, oh yes, I de kodie no. Na number 1, mwana ode boa onua no etimi SCP because your friends say bia ni pay episode 2 kwan na okoba bi.
Una was that's right.
Say ebia or medical, treatment ebia e wa amanone. Una wo ye ne care a ebetimi aba say ebia so be hia care. Say udi echi ekobi na u provide sa aftercare no and say bibi sa edema no. Nti say unni eho aka de na wo de bekọ a wo be den na watimi agya ono nko amanako. Nti na ehu be hia say ye be ma obibi a ubetimi ede abo ho ban a bibi sa akoba ubetimi ene akola no akọ nti no home office for the say obedwini send your omo dwini ho ati dia bibia ni wa obeye because omo dwini nyina no da bia no eye say ye be pekwan bi a ye be fa so a ye be frustrate your life nti most of the decisions na obehu say ba na bi o ho a na enye de eto asum ebia ne your friend is saying Akinsanya de ya ye ka ho asem yes omo make decision no ye danyamia se lawyer odi ani no ene ye maame no susu no onya asa akukudu no so no I will fight this until say can one sorry anka say me fight we a nka ye ndi sa nkomo ya ye di and be affected obia so bi but sisi a ye hu ama court of appeal aye sa decision say okay say na mo ka say na yeso ye ka monko na monko siesie mu fie eno ni de ye mpe no monko na monko siesie mu fie eno na ne ye mpe no na
monko siesie fie ye den no so mo ye
well so senior omo culture omo policy ni omo guidance no the expectation is say omo be ye insachaye wom say de be ya e be ma ho kwan ama wo mo a omo akwako disa 2.5 years lane no so no Sabre so much a British child no ama we di 5 years ama na pa ho a obenya ho kwan na watumi aye application ni ama no indefinite leave to remain
na nya fe obi ko twa 10
nya fe na e ko twa 10 years because so we will leave na sa leave no e ko 10 years we travel 5 years ne ba no enya 5 years a British citizen there na the court of appeal person or chair say yes 2.5 years any indefinite no nsunsuye dem afi na obekọ another 5 years and I say 7 years journey nti say nipa na hwa akola na amana di 5 years and more there na emra no so ma no ho kwan say otimi ye indefinite leave to remain application there then why not adenti na o se ne se chinchina anchi
onko 10 years no
10 years no so wa bra owo shorter route a eye bibia ebeboa na setena nti na ehu behia se ebetika no so ehu behia se ye bema na move from there na waba be disa Zambrano route no so nti no in a nutshell no the omo can say 2.5 years no so kra na at the time o leave no be we kra still no na o Zambrano right no ekiki in nti you can just go back to it so it's up to you say obeye sa switch no na why dey say we enye afi na obeti dey home office ebesusu ananse omobeka say wo yes switch no e dey free e hono na okọ the right path nti omo hwe British citizen children for 5 years and above omo ye less than 18 years una we care bia we so parent ananse mo ye 2 parents mo nyina mo hwe akwala no mo nyina mbetimi ya apeke bear in mind nkwala so ka ho a omo ye nkwala omo 2.5 years a omo betimi aye sa application ni ama omo nyina ya ma omo indefinite minim client bi a last year ni de or no maame na akwala no 3 of them omo nyina ya ma omo indefinite leave to remain under the EU settlement scheme no nti no eboa ya dia eboa nti no a very very good decision aba especially coming from the Court of Appeal, no. You know, yes, sure, say on the Supreme Court. Yes, I did.
Obi, and I may share what phone you say. Obi, the very interesting text message be about Obi Sase. A day and now, abofra, ya would no nema maybe a would need assets now. Or no, a share abofra. Now, abofra be a British. A quite person abofra for be a British. It's a basic question and a very legitimate one. And then abofra between a British, nema me any and kata. Now, Sabia, I feel one num, so 2.5 10.
Okay, into the betimi amana basa and say, Biana aqualano. Ya wo no na opapa e settled.
Okay.
And now opapa because o ye settled into the nim say ye nationality law no e ma ho kwan e ma sa akwala na ya wo no ono so be ye British citizen automatically. Okay. Into so be ye British citizen automatically. Na enu echi no papa ya one maami wo akwala yi. We move on. We ja akwala no hwe make say e bia we tukura frikoma akotena America on Teha. Ote Ghana, ote baby fufo. Inti wo maami a ye ja akwala ya ma wa uni bibie. Wo na wo hwe sa akwala yi. Inti no that is one way akwala betimi abe British. E betimi so aba se akwala no watena krom ha for the first 10 years of the life. Inti so watena krom ha for the first 10 years of the life again, your nationality law no ema ho kwan ema yetumi register akwala no Emma Akwalano ebeye British citizen. Okay. Into obeye British citizen by the date now, wababeye British citizen ni nyina no. So our right no is there. Okay. Because oye citizen no 50 time or ye British citizen no na wo hwe no. Into you find say onye application crampo. But once you apply now or ye British citizen no, ama 5 years aso abepa ho a, then you even have the right to apply for indefinite leave to remain. Because once you apply no for all of this period of years, you know, wo hu kwan say akola ye Zambrano child, me na ma hwe no me sole parent, me was sole responsibility me na me hwe akola yi. Nti se ma hwe no for that period of time no na aba betwa mu dia. Then mo ma me sa asetena na me ntra koma.
Lawyer say me share me hukani. Me share no me hukani no ewo emofra omo ye British. Maba and my friend Abraham. Many of my tenant may play a significant role in their lives, be it as a jar, wakoka single mother, or a mother that's joined a single father. Obviously, be near the Kolano Amano. Semi Chamusa 5 years or no, irrespective of the age and then Kolane dear up to 18. Do I qualify?
Yes. Bear in mind, sir,
as a step parent, but me qualify under this.
Yes, sir, we are step parent. Send ye no chere about step parents no. Sir, we are ubia uni ubiatna for a period of 2 years. Even without a certificate no, ye no ehu se mo ya warefo. Into no, you are living in a relationship akin to marriage into no ene aware se the enimu ye paper e dia dance ese maware but money ye eni mo ade a mo ye nyina che se mo ya awarefo ene ma brabo city ene de mo ye bia no saa na awarefo eye so that is one ebi so ha na maye aware mo certificate e dia dance ese ampase mo saa nipa mienu maware so maware dia na emrano e catapultu from a position be a obeye parent prekope. But that's what I say. A ma free sa o step parent no ebeye parent because only mami aware. It is a ma worry dia na emrano ehu se oye parent. It is a oye parent na mami a only sa mami na wo boa na ma ya hwe eye Zambrano child ye dia. Then of course emrano be ma ho kwan ama mu nyina motimi aye application no e dia bom say mu joint care of sa akwala no eye the biological father na say mother ono awo akwala no wa abandon the parental responsibility wa abdicate okwa just say ye hu na kira kwan e na mo assume the role aya mo place two parents mo hwe eye mo ba or ye British citizen child. Yeah.
Okay, so question be or concern be na opese ubisa ewo sa topic in ho. Obetimi asende e de yakoye Facebook page no so and as ye YouTube page no so BWF Solicitors and afi BW Radio and BW TV. Make I will say Jumidi live ewo BW Radio so across the globe and BW TV so across the globe on YouTube, Facebook and BWF Solicitors platform so Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn and all the other social media platforms. Atajima Edase I think one of the very first people who joined us and Sandra Medase Yami Insha Becky Usu and say very good news. Bediako Nana Kwesi, nice one. Bediako Yadase. Now, there's a question here. Mepe say Yebeshe na fe yetingo enkomo. Lawyer, ma yen she sa ye question we ma yemfa ento so ma yen yene yen atifo enhu senia esi atie. Ma me enko ha. Me fa question no I'm say you bet me already on the screen. Or say question from Facebook, please. Madam, I would like to know aside Zambrano, what other stake can a single mother be given to take care of a British child in the UK? The father is British, but the mother is not. Parents are not together. Mother takes care of the child. Mother and child have lived in Ghana for 11 years and now wants to relocate in the UK. The child already has a British passport.
Yes, it's akwala oye British
until UK.
Yes, emrano mahokwan ema omame no etimi eba ni akwala no ebetena kroma.
Okay.
Yes, into no betimi aya application under Appendix FM as a parent of a friend a British citizen child na one akwala na ba betena kroma. There's also ultimate chance obey ibi obenya ba bi atena.
Okay.
Obenya ho akade a obetimi di ahwe akwala no ene sa na ma no. Tie bi a wo ebusuani bi wa ha o say okay me nua bai ne ba ye British citizen omo e ba UK omo ba me wo ba bi mema omo kwan ama omo atena sika no mbedi a me wo sika metumi e de ahwe omo for a period of time omo wo me nchen kopem say bi a obenya adwuma na say obenya bibia ye. Yes, obetimi make application from Ghana na oni akwala no nyina na maba betina kroma. Yeah, emrano ma hokwan.
Yeah. Now I might say or say free legal education. Pastor Mwakwi Manuel, Pastor Yadase say so what joining or sharing with me send a text any WhatsApp no a day maybe along the line we might have na my T joining us. I'm on for do na the questions we bring akọ no and yedebe lawyer no aboye yanko text messages no so lawyer but the phone lines no so active 07399 07399 208 468 07399 208 468 we at the every I'll say last week you made mention of someone who's in need of carers, and I want to know if I can get her number. Uncle Ben, I'm phone number now to yet because say I believe Nipan application crying now and Onyama in the permission say you did a number about to NT. What I say over train. Details now. We'll give that to you. We say I'm David and I've watched the online program. I want to apply for the healthcare service. Please, I want to know how you can help me with the application and any inquiries.
Well, with the healthcare route, I don't know, say, the new care workers, the end all come, I suppose. Now, with that one, send a role from the beginning. What you first need to do, is your employer or ubia or what sponsorship license into care home or care agency, ubia was setting up a business like that or UK are buying a mano a year 2 million krata say obetimi e dia fa adwumayefo afri a year amanone e dia ba UK. So unya sa adwumakuo na omogitum se omobefa wadwuma na aban hihya a waye de ato efa akatua ese so omode ma wo no mako eye benkro mu osisa akatua no obetua ma wa then obema on eye ne sponsorship license digital code eno na wo de be application so bear in mind ubenya sa eye employer no eye sponsor no unya no wi a wa chese 20,480 na aban ye hye ahye se eye akatia so di tua per annum no wasi na adwene pise obeye saade.
Okay.
And then what you would need is to do an English language test at level B1. Now, what we know is this particular one no and yet said the usual ones now for by UK on the spousal visa now yema omo ye no we as emu edin kakra bi but emu so a echi so a sebe Ghana standard obi a wakọ secondary school ene sa nyoma no ontimi enye intino even though a edin kakra no say umia wani a ensusua no between this and the usual normal B1 na yankofo koye for spousal visa ne de keken ka ho no enye that big
maybe last week Bernard Maeti say na Maeti kran so confirm say onkrofo mtimi boa wo train new polish one sana wakọ sign is B1 no Maeti the number 2 jama amount for friend so so was our situation ma momodi answer obetimi afre no in fact the next one share was say thank you for this program, very informative and educative. Please, my question is, what is pre-action protocol letter? And under what circumstances do you have to submit this letter to the Home Office? Pre-action protocol. I don't need the name say
right. It's Oreku. Pre-action protocol letter no usually they kind of say notice before action. And I say a complaint letter, notice before action. It Sabi say only obi kotwe manso a na nipa no nim die nti a wona na etwe manso a nipa no okokota obey na ba bi ne ho ano
na then we on kind was be my
pre-action protocol letter no and I said notice before action letter no eye kokobo a sabi aya ye de bo home office fo
okay
say ade amu yi enfamra kwan so ye bo mo kokko say we ni na mo ya enfamra kwan so a etia ye client no say mo anhwe na mo ansesa adekodie amu ye ya ye de mo be court kesiye mu ye mamo na dodo 14 days sana pre-action protocol share no etie ya mamo 14 days
many average na so kakraba no yenye itimi
ye hia response no as soon as eba ye begia tum na ya damase na emom no se mo anye no as soon as dia any na ye go by the emranal can se 14 days no esese mo de ehu emu aye breye die nti a ensese ye de mo court na ya kan tro mo sa nti se omo tenase na mo hwe krata nu no no ahu ni suban ene eniema awaya bi wo ho ana waye adwobro oseme pamachew de mo kan nyina no eye no kredie na embom no sene covid aba anase enie bi babi atechima ewo ye djuma ye mu nti no ya nkasa ye nhihya ya ye de ato se nkasei na sese ye eniema no unfortunately no ye ntumi eni so but ye be pamachew se momma ye mre kakra ye nim se ebi a mo client no application no edi na bebre achede na emom ye bese se monsre mo client no se onsi abotre kakra mayen na oma ye mre kakra na yentumi emfa enioma entoto na kwan mu ntino se ne pre-action no ne notice before action no ho nkomo kakra etie no etoda sabi minim se obi titwi wo home office obeka kire ma ba ye de bo wo mo ntrene na ye pursue omo kakra because one
enter anyway utimi go be because you can carry through your threat in the sense
of course yes of course absolutely
no then training something we more am say nyama ye ho be
yes ana ye pursue omo kakra na omo keka omo kakra na omo say your client no so no or train or dia no ebi kura na opposite two kwan opposite call
that's right
the program bi o baby na eno akwa akosi ne kwan yes eboa.
Okay. You were in your be our line. So make I will say your number the Jumane 07399208468 07399208468. And also we're sending in text, WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you know, you can do a voice note. We can play it over the platform now for your mom for acting. We also say what baswa like a page na share. Na fin so but ma obi and take na yini ho and come on. Mini our man so hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Evening, Yamiadum. That's all me partner well na me pese me were British child 13 years. And on me partner no only be. It's in person year application like Zambrano Nebimano. But my name is partner almost a year and a half. But you need BBI any lecture showing the menene. It's I want advice kakram pacho.
Okay. Lauren.
Okay. It's you by question. Very good. Now
or the
Senior sure say senior partner account at that time. You be a British child be a bit to me I qualify under the route no senior senior partner kind. And you know assistant Ukruma as Ubia or your friend is saying British citizenship. And I Obano war British citizenship. Into see a cassette woo free chrome ha akwala no on free chrome ha. Ye kase o partner no em free chrome ha akwala no on free chrome ha. But so what I say. Into no so wo koye sa Zambrano application we ama akwala na enya ade e be.
Okay. The
best application obetimi aye ne so obeye 2.5 years leave to remain as a parent of a British citizen child. So almost now for 2 years it be advisable say obetimi aye some sort of marriage registration, whether customary marriage na bibisa na omode account application. Bear in mind to say obey what the right to apply for a fee waiver na ye the fee no ache no. So otimi yesa de na oye an application no under appendix FMA. You have 2.5 years on the basis say oni obia or your British citizen eti and then a stepchild. Now, even though the application itself would be based on the fact that or you're a parent of a British citizen child, so I'm more granting under the partner route. The process send oma yedo so only obi nete as partners now oye application even though our application based on your child the starting consideration is to see say o qualify under the partner route because partner. Now once they've done the consideration under the partner route they will realize that you don't qualify under that route because number one only immigration status. It is only immigration status there. Now, they are qualify under the partner route. So what they do is, even though on the basis say there's BB Womuntemwa insurmountable obstacle, be Womuntemwa, and into a hash says a cassette, also pay Yamao crat anti-free chrome ha, mwa a year aqualano interest. Into a big here said your bemao crata. Na watimi atena kroma ne eye akwala no mame ene akwala na nkasa na mu nyina mahwe sa akwala no. Yes, they will give you that 2.5 years based on that family na wa form no. However, say who was 2.5 years so bear in mind say soon as I obenya sa 2.5 years now you will take all of the boxes into or immigration status or maintenance or baby a ote. It is our baby a ote. Na okoye eye English ɛde ka ho at least nipa yi me sure so be obi a onim de kakra so unim de kakra we always advise that you B1 so you B1 now it to me carry you through all of the other applications no so be you indefinite any one nationality ni na no obetimi
to the B1
you know ya ebeboa so why yes I will do nyina wi a obetimi switch from say 2.5 years on the 10-year route no e dey about the partner route and also say say parent route no obetimi switch na all the about so na ma no under the 5-year route no say be a be shorten the time now or the benya the indefinite leave to remain.
Well, WhatsApp message and our text message now about 07950422780 07950422780. Monfachemi. Lawyer me wo voice note back wo ha. You know be a day about. Mami edit me mami nyawe se unsa aka wo t-shirt na so unsa ka t-shirt na pacho mami nyawe na fi impose to Emro. Ba yentiwe.
Oraku, only lawyer Patrick, money a juma moye. Money a juma. If I'm I just want to find out, Zambrano ya Abbey. Me a British child, but I'm the sole carer. I'm the one that take care of her, everything. Yeah. I don't know even where the father is. So, I just want to find out, say, if I'm entitled for Zambrano now, make me a indefinite now. And secondly, Madame Fubi was share girl be a color but a colony disabled. And I'm saying because of a colony, you know. Nema so when you have problem in the back. It's Madame from the head now. And then I want to find out, says Madame from so on one issue because I don't think so will be improved. And then the person find out, say, so Madame from so, to me, Edna Holland so, a British child, Eddie, and ya is a man on Nibiwa. And me check him in way no crown. Me anka some passport to home office because me could renew but me sanka is pending. I think about expired this year. And you know, me shemo madaruma, mon do me chemo kakra. Why? Me the nyamija mo ma ba. Me tiemo anyway. Bye. You're rock me sanka. Oh, let me say lawyer now or this Sunday me no. I thought say
I'm saying or can't from let me be sanity t-shirt because me what the voice message about me who's an address was until let me be send a kind of t-shirt. Anyway, lawyer, what can you know? Say the second one more or less the question I asked
yes.
will be between a share adult person as a carer. 5 years and over. And on one case, so say, who be a partner no cry, but the passport I could car home office near the, but we are taking advantage of this decision here.
Well, of course, so what your application now it was based on the British citizen child near or 2.5 years route and so. Now, who says Zambrano or na Zambrano amaho kwan say after all, sana will leave no crana, the mawa. It doesn't necessarily take away your rights under the Zambrano principle. Until any time we are now we leave no, but we are now say I expire no, you can fall back on that Zambrano principle no to make an application.
Right.
Because Zambrano or a ball who are British citizen child, the person which say ampa who was sole responsibility for this child, who is the sole carer, who is the primary carer of this child. Ni bibia wo na wo ye a application a very tough because enema esese wo boaboa no e de ka application no de kono you'll be surprised me hu bia receipts from Tesco's, Sainsbury's, Lidl, Asda, school uniform, a lot dinner money any sane mani nyina to show say indeed mami ana papa ono na ehwe ne bai tenancy agreement a echese efia otimu a wo hwe wo bai school letter echese akolai efie ha na ote a oni ne te ntini bibia di adanse se ho na ote a wo na wo hwe no ntini it's a lot to put together to make sa application no enye walk over and I say bibia sebe with the carbon says for the door-to-door lawyers no on fanche no
what's the normal title door-to-door lawyers McDonald's one
best rob you know bibia it's involving it's say outro very lengthy supporting cover letter to explain the entire all kase nipei esese ye mano sa indefinite leave to remain intinenye kwa se wa fill application forms na all the documents account e dey akọ because you could do say case we can now hwe ne bi okra bi a case a ye kan Zambrano Akinsanya on say ni ma da on ko hwe the oniman say a man take box say uhu we are take so wa uhu we are cross so cross 3 out of 5 it means any pano
qualify
to be me now what fail you but say o dey akoma professional na o ya ma wa onim all of those things together and then send it.
Number for class what they do they are some great
so when your decision bad then who nyina so a o dey kwa challenge now dey Akinsanya aboneti dom say
no, very interesting case be nano yawada obi efrem no dey to menim na o say owo abofra ne maame EU ni
yeah
abofra no ekodi mfie nso first 4 years of akwala no abrabo no na owo akwala life mo now there's an issue as one monitor matete for almost 3 years ni you see money hu akwala no kra meanwhile ne bra so say okokoye eyi nipa no so o me fa me nkata ma o me nya say ni ade yeye sa be me yi a wa akwala ne life mu up until just about 3 years ago no or any chance to use akwala no so be gina no so I renew na there because so responsibility na bia onya no enya na mfom so
okay so that nipa ya ye kan ho aseme enye sole responsibility no require what say nipa require direct access say obeka say me you be a me wo British citizen child name no enye me ne no enete me ti baabi ena one o maame enso eti baabi but me wo unrestricted access to akwalai based on agreement me ne maame no wo inti court bia entena mu eni yasem na emom yemienu no as adults ya giatum se
kwesi maame na ye na dwen se me ma hu akwala no me hu ye ma hu akwala no
o de twen ya giatum se ye behwe ye ba no inti mitimi kohwe no anytime mitimi kofa no e de ne ba me ho be di weekends eni sa ne ma yina now the woken enye case a eye bibia eye sonko a yenhu
bi da
we cases a na say bapa say okoya ade ni wie du ba bi a na afi de nipa na akwala do ne nete no o say o me ma okura ehunu no na nkampese what me na so pra ade aye o renewal no and then it creates problems you know but say obey emranimfu a we know how to do these things. First of all, the man encouraging me near by man say, and say otenase na otwen ma ni leave no expire. Say as soon as as soon as possible no onko hu lawyer.
Okay.
Lawyer so there ba ko pe na okrom ha. Sabe enkonfo kan o say osunachi ni aboa. Entino if it must be done to her then it must be done well. Entino say it must be done well so there. And na BWF Solicitors.
That's right.
Entino adwumaku ba ko pe na American farmer no. So oba animanimu ya na ye ne tenase na ye hyehye apo e de to ho. Application no be ko the SSO, you
know, strategy.
Absolutely. Yes.
Mr. Winnikis and BWF na won't travel and to. But you voice note.
Hello, good evening. Brakweko, any lawyer Patrick. Me patcho, my question is many me kunu nyina ye qualify for Zambrano no. Me patcho my assessment ye qualify ye bano 80-10 and ye register as British into ye nyina ye was 2.5 or so. Ye nyina ye to the same address ye BBA boom ye bano ebenya 16 this year June. Now my question is say no ye application ni tum ana say see a train guidance no answer the home office for be because maybe the no maybe 2.5 me na me dey kan deposit maybe 2.5 no me wo me second one so a be this year July me kuno so the no or one second afa no wo dey call for renewal for the second time e wo home office no na em say October mu around October mu ho no obi boy ma ye feel Zambrano ni bitum but na ye electronic version until from October up till now no ye nya letter bia ye nya acknowledgement bia to even say omonsa kan no man ti me question is say ye train ma guidance ni mbra ni ye nya ni application and I said yeah and even though ye nya response bia no edemu ho patro advice na me hu de me nya because me here pa me dia de we for so long into me patro advice.
Right, senior. Into again to send any door to door for I think say it been a tweeting. Into no applications need be what, especially this Zambrano application. It's a offer EU Resolution Center for now. I'm a bro paper form. Now complete this form no and sign out the come out.
Oh, okay.
Again, in here or better home office. NCSA guidance be there be court no esige na ye court no say
also munko fi nko yom fi say eno na em say jama ama me aba yi bisa question
bisa
but ko sese ni fi yi no say there be judge me call ye no cry fi ono me hu say ya renovation dada nti de me kan ye no na me
no court mra wa hye court asema wabua se kroma court bua asema It's we implement it semono. It is a home office at the year juma. Asubratia na sometimes omo na omo de yesa katashi. But court ashare say the amunye yi amfa no kwan mu. Nti sei na ye susu se esesemo ye no. Nti monko na monko yesa ade no. The mama opportunity no. It's because a court na kan nti no. Ya je atum sa. Nti se court akandia na yesusu ye betimi agina ne court na kan so na dia application ye ntwen se home office e better wasisa because the court na kan no yesa asisie no na waka na emu wo se mo mfa nko na mo mfa nko hyem nti yesu ye begina ne court akan so na dia application fine the likelihood is say bia ubenya decision na negative however ye nim say because of Akinsanya ntino say wo court not to say the same route now over fast. Until you find the same route, what will be the end result? The end result is say obey successful. Na court na ka say no. As I see amount, your friend is saying indefinite leave to remain application card. Now bear in mind say we if we court of appeal na eba. Until say application you refuse now court tribunal. Ebo mi na court ke say kra say
Empoko ni kra na ufu ya ozanyi. Let's look at okay, but you share in message. I say about a video of Facebook and copy this number. My name is Sandra, a Ghanaian currently in Scotland from November 2021. I'm on a student dependent visa which expires in September 2022. I applied for numerous care homes, but I still haven't gotten anyone yet. Currently working in a factory. May I sure say, or pursue visa say, obetimi take advantage of sa sponsorship here and na me just so be success obi wo ha obetimi bia wa fa kwan bi so na abewura mu na obetimi akohu obi a owo license na nipa no man adwuma de a obetimi abɔ ne ho ban na wetimi anya sa contract.
Well, I mean yes, usually so wo ha na wo leave na no ma ho kwan ma otimi switch in between other categories of leave will chroma. But the question is, Ubia or tier 4 general dependent are will chroma. I didn't know Obe switch it to a visa category, any permanent, 1 year to start with. We don't know what the future holds. Okay. It's I didn't know Obe switch it into that category. No, Wabra bia oko switch na ewu na ye nyen hihye fufu bia na bia akwakoba se bia. It's say o time na expand sako. You're very hopeful, sir. Enkobansa, a bet was to say be on best standing. But Uminyanye, and say ye day ye read now, could she say on bear santino, yes, so ye follow sa route to na yakase, konakoye sa, or a dependent visa under tier 4. Say, was our visa na dia? As I said, ultimately switch to a visa category, it be a bemao. Asetena afibo.
Okay.
Now, say bia ukru na oni ne buy na say oyire na oni ne buy a enintino ya ma service no e na montema tete a because say uwo leave okrom ha no ubetimi aware obi a ebia oye British ni tie fan say oni ukru na aba ubaye ebia abrabo no enkoyi na odi school no kra abo no ho safo hene okwa or ma aden or lectures 12 years na or lectures and son of lectures ni wi a wasaye group studies ni be wi kwa na abo 1 ko bo 2 na wo fi na on mai osusu uji tumi se school ko de enka by this time say o de access so say o ye PhD ade se enka e bia 12 wo si ma ba fi o be hwe fees de so kakra ba o de tuamu da o de school no eyi kwan ene bia o didi nsamo no it is say na tie de na ofi se untimi entna sa tebia ni mu dia na ene wo ho kwan se obetimi afiri mu se ofiri mu so na se onsato bi so na nipa kro no so ne ho ni mu odua then yes obetimi e de ho abata sa nipa kro no na waware a ehia se obekọ Ghana because se wo leave no ehia se obekọ Ghana na akoye application di aba all you need to do ne se sa pasa we hia odofo fufo a onim se dofo yi ono na obetimi na abobra ene na aware dada na ewo ho no esese de edi kan utwam se utwam na ofo sa relationship we ya obetimi agina sa aware no so na wo dey switch from eye tier 4 leave no na wo dey akoye spousal visa na wo dey atena kroma na me kan no ehia se obekọ Ghana obetimi aye customary marriage registration from Ghana na ye dey aba na wo dey account na wa your application. I think it's
very so I say I want to ask about the NHS money part. Would they give a waiver? I owe £4,700 and I've paid £1,000 so far. I've made a payment plan with the hospital. I'll say from a single mother from Ghana.
Right. Okay. Question isn't yet clear, but may breaking it down this way. Fee waiver now obey yes. Omodi Emrabai, is it 2020 latter part, if my memory serves me right? Say fee waiver no, ombe mana ye applicable to applications are all year free a year
outside
overseas ediaba. Yes, Emrano or honum name as to wo being able to meet the threshold is the question because how can you say oh yeah application now obe bisawo. So many things. I say or bank statements, send your first one over here, Kolaya, one net. Sabi, your crew means to him say, Obi or no a default crowns, maybe a bank account to crown, or nibi. The Oya and Sabia, and Mumbuya Abbey near the ascending or bank account. Mumu is in a home. Obia for Tosu box. Okay. Obia for Tosu box. But yes, idea, yes. She share or wha Mano Maho Quincy Senka or Momo application and family roots near that ombetimi access a fee waiver no na aban ka wehu omobo kakra.
Okay. Questions no be brave. Derek say the question in here I have a British child and the mother is now British. I send money for her upkeep with her of and play my role as a father. Unfortunately, I'm not with a mother. Do I qualify to make a Zambrano application?
Okay, into we unqualified for Zambrano. You know, maame no wa ha or share ne ba osusu wa ha nti mu mienu nyina mo ba mo ntimbo. Nti mu ntimbo na se maame no hwe na ye ka se akola no emfiri ye ka se free krom a enya ade a akola no obe free krom ha because maame no wo ho a or share akola no. The best bet in this obey application under FLRFP as a parent of a British citizen child. Now I'm on 2.5 years.
Okay. That must say some guso Ezekiel Johnson, Odesheba Nana Kweku made the day, ye war Bediako Nana Kwesi, Henry Vlad Norte, and I think more Muti and a war radio, not so a BW radio. Now, Moshe would BW TV. So, make I will say, Yamia Duma, extra enumerate 7 p.m. UK time. This program would be repeated on BW Radio. With a BW Radio, no, you hear crying now, who call modern Ghana, or more such a, Bobby, I was a BW Radio, and be about tour. Click it, and you'll listen to lovely programs. Yang news, sports, legal education, any idea, I was so come pa. And unti my BW Radio and your #1 radio, so that you would also become a trusted person in the community when it comes to all these things. Hey, yet to beti na nechi mo ana na there's there agro na there's na there sa omo mu krum kwa men kan krasefo. Yan quiz no I was say ye day eba. Na me kai was say ene ye program no in various parts. And Ben na or British news media platform no so or answer questions on Article 9 and the article.
You mean clause 9?
Clause 9 and then section 49.
Yeah.
And I think so yaka se wo kwan se obetimi ene obi edi nkomo na se or sponsorship letter ne bia wotimi afa nkofo efri Ghana edi aba, especially care workers eno de no shall on the 15th of February 2022. Se opese wo ye English B1 ne bi na bia me ka say brofo no ntwase me de Pomodian say ubefre na Mayiti na Mayiti betimi aboa na wetimi aye wo English B1 no na etimi akoyie ade amount. Eno actually no so yababa bedi nkomo say Zambrano Court of Appeal decision no aba ye no aba ama home office sabi wo madi ncho eno nti lawyer for no kamfo ade aman say was application go ahead and do it say why ye so na MIS decision no aba so put in and ask for your indefiniteness ania what cheche mu ade aman na say wo pepe lawyer ni wo pepe lawyer for adwumako na why amawa na me kamfo ade amount say any BWF Solicitors and indi enkomo BWF Solicitors 214 to 218 Tottenham High Road, no, so I was Seven Sisters, North London. We had Monday to Friday. If we anopa 9:30, Ekopem 6 o'clock. Friday one was 0208 493 7340. Missing number no 0208 493 7340. Wo Ghana na ye kan opeso to ho anamo na baby English no obetimi akone atito se bia na wan frɛ my T when your number na BWF Solicitors officer wo and cry no. One number is 050 462-2794 and I watch screen also at the bottom of the poster 050-462-2794. BWF Solicitors emergency number no 077-127-61884 077-127-61884. Inti shadan so sa mama mesra say wo obi a ohia sa information where sani kan no wo so ne fama no na nipa kro no ensa enka say waba so na bia fe na obe program mama mesio. No, you haven't missed it so much. It's live on Facebook, BWF Solicitors. It's live on Facebook, BW Communications UK, and our live on our radio platform as well. You can listen back, take your time, make the calls as you need to. Na ebetimi aboa. Okay, any na me kofa me quiz question no emfa emrana fe me de ho enkomo encho. De me di kan ebisa wo enie. Nti yehwe senia quiz no asi atie. Yeah. Okay. Sedu a caretaker of Joe Banks Holiday Home. Honswan Akasana Sedu Etienne. Take question you Sedu was paid agreed fees over a long period. In 2021, Sedu made an application to HM Land Registry that he had been in possession of Joe Banks' property for over 20 years, and that 12 years of those were without Joe Banks' consent because he said to neither built or received any payments for his caretaker role. Sedu ya caretaker, holiday home beer or dano. A while soon what here? What you two must say, but so many betrayal is a casse, Hesomay, Narani. In 2021, and Sedu had a application called HM Land Registry said Joe Banks' property now or Teswan. What's now for over 20 years? Now 12 years of those 20 years, Joe Banks man consent to be because or no Sedu when yes it could be and so I'm fabulous be and cause you trying to for anything. Joe Banks brought an action at the county court for eviction. Joe Banks say to say because what is likely to be the court's decision as Sedu has been in occupation for over 12 years without payment? A. As Sedu has been in possession for over 10 years, the eviction will proceedings will fail. Sorry. Sedu was living there with the consent of Joe Banks, so there is no adverse possession. The eviction would succeed. As Joe Banks has not been paid for several years, the eviction action will fail. As the property is a holiday home, the courts will allow Sedu to continue living there, and the eviction will fail. Let me have your answers. Let's go quickly. And that means because you're Breno, I be or said Bijay Lawyer Patrick na Okotwa and Ejumaso because Ejuano Abu Hobi Brebe 07950422780. We'll text no. I need your answers quickly. Sounds so and Obetimi at the to in WhatsApp and as a Facebook comment section. Henry Vlad Norte, what you know at the Amai or say as Sedu has been in possession for over 10 years, the eviction for proceedings will succeed. Maybell Jesse Brimpon estate number 2, which is B. Nana Hima Sapon also the about or say A, which is the first one. Mark Akwesi at the Nediaba or say A number 2. Okay. Who else? Mami and share what would the I'll pick it up and put it on the platform quickly. And Sana, yeah, sorry. Nana Hima Sapon would the Nahima say as Sedu has been in possession for over 10 years, as I didn't know about anymore. Now my say number 2. Okay, my main call for so now my whole dear. Maybe I was sorry number 2. Maybe 1 for. Okay. Time niti me fa ebi mami enfa Lawyer Patrick Mbremu na yenhwe answer. Lawyer Patrick, answer the way.
Okay. And Oreku, I think you deal with whom come on from the beginning.
From the beginning, yes.
At church, the entire your friend is saying, Buckinghamshire, any Moreau case, a Korea, baby, Diana, or more chichi, was our case in them. They had it to 2 way one. Now, you bet me, I said, aya the corona.
Okay.
Sɛ oma obi tumi sɛ tena masase so a saa nipa koro no ontimi entwan ne ho emeka sɛ wama no tumi watena ho for this number of years nti because watena for saa number of years no ejapade no aba abɛyɛ ne dia aban se there bi yenyi ntum saa nti yɛhwɛ yenua yi nasɛm yi a ɔne yɛ papa yi edia Mr. Banks say onim ne mrayi enti de na Sedu nka opese odidi no wante ase se me na mama otumi se tena hanom nti the fact say sebe ebia metia me na echi kakra na me mmaye no emma wo ho kwan so betimi aka se asase ne ye ode
me no sign krata
me no wa sign krata ye wo bibia maya
another angle be confuse amount for maybe probably those who were looking at number 1 and number 4 as say for several years in Triamica inti ene na meje
well say okotena obi mawo to me setting na fie na wontua aka eno nkyere se saa eka no onne neka ko be man se etuo no kura o tu no wo court no so no se eka bi wo ho saa obetimi aye nhihye ma court agi saa aka no so e di aka ho ama no because ebia na nipa no odedan na ma ahan e na wote dan ne mu intino se rent no due a esise wotua rent no ka to live in the property inti se onye saa na rent no a pile up very man say wo tu a saa rent no so esise wotua ka ansa na what inti se one na wo pile na up o pile o ka e dia to e dia twa
e just say the madam fu me wo take from there you chief driver Babakari
yeah
I say do do fresh
that's exactly what it is yes it's yes it's very much to say nipa ya odi dan na ma no Mr. Joe Banksy number 1 oda sukuta legal title no into infringing himself into the edi adanse say adie ye the property no number 1 and that's what change and a license keke no dia ma wa ma ba bi say perch into no on ton emma and on farm ma so afebo uni right as much bia say obetimi aka say dan kra oje if you kra only tenant kra no uni tenant ti so bia oye tenant the otinemu keke ama you know wash ho nti hwe so ma menye
yen answer no ebe ye
the answer no two Seidu was living there with the consent of Joe Banks, so there's no adverse possession. The eviction will succeed. And you know, I don't know answer no real
cool. Okay. Nti mo ka number 2 no mo na mo etwa and ni explanation no senior lawyer actually mo no eno enie. Nti na abusuafo aha and you be page yemu na yede asore ene me howo sonko me resource person and me special guest lawyer penny ewo BWF Solicitors oye ubia ote emrana se na or ne partners no juma boa community no sonko ene o kan send na I take it very very seriously me pacho kabutu for any pay as you go lawyers no Mr. Mo boko mo pebe bitra because more handcraft for pa you say opportunities haba no sabe enye lawyer for no BP enya daje koye sa research na BWF aye ehunu ekwan ye fa so age sponsorship aye license man for in fact there lawyer me I was surprised there Zambrano decision no a drop no and need 10 minutes
yes
and I'm releasing yes Adiana Abba
yeah
because more money DHA and
course,
people have been asking the questions and you lawyer for any DHA sir they have time to do research section 9 and I clause 9 and me ebe dane section 40 or whatever maybe I make boom and you lawyer for any na enya daji atransi ahwehwe mu and o mu pushing na say the BWF Solicitors say yen nti me conform am say open lawyer for o mo timra na say o mo to kasa o mo to ukrom mra say o mo to UK mra say o mo to family and various aspects of UK immigration law o mo to asia na BWF Solicitors we for 0208 493 7340 0208-493-7340 and now 077-127-61884. Lawyer, we did not a T4 and a abusiafo nyina na mu na madawase obre daje ene ucheche ma de mai.
Great. Oreku, yeso yadase eja. Muni wa yeni ho ntino yadamase. Da T4 nyina nso ase se omo mpaba na de bia omo edi echi I think so almost support no ama sisia no yetumi atre yahye mu sebe ya yebetumi reach a wider population of the community no ntini ye da omase omo nkoso na omo share no hia because enye obia na Saturday Thursday and Friday onya adagye obi wa no ko play no back na watie nti eboa say nyina ye beye mmoa na ya share say wo asetena kwa na even the knowledge no osusu ba kwa na obi ka otu otumi aka say oboa ye nye saa na tie no eno kra mpo no enough nti no unhu saa nyema we nyina ebo ho ban ma ochina bi no koshia door to door for bia or the tour now so they are tour who say only right because who say go only right too much door to door lawyer for no baby na mo pack papa never referee bi na ka say prepare me na me ba no I was and you do ABC nyame ya dumas same time next week we'll be back on the platform with another wonderful edition of the Community and the Law that will be brought to you by courtesy of BWF Solicitors. And we'll be live on BW Radio and BW TV. Your friend will reku from porn. Mediasada Emma, me studio director and producer, Professor Ades, and so and Shilankra and Padmododu say Omoye production a day and my BWF Solicitors senior partner and all the partners were Patrick Lawyer Eunice, Lawyer Richard, Lawyer Charles Asma, Lawyer Kobe. Oh no, mom can't tell me. Some tune for me. Man, baptism of fire. But my friend, now, ma. Lawyer Kobe. And lawyer. Sam now.
Lawyer Sam.
Samando.
The other side to Sunny Dino.
Samando, yes.
Samando. Oh, the Kobe.
Oh, sorry.
So they said in that day. Okay. I will say, and you will say. Titu so yadi asida Auntie Sandra, Auntie Cynthia, and BWF Solicitors abusia for the Lord Chancellor and abusia for holding na eda mo ase se mo kan homa yadi dwumadi no eba and na me do ebese ebio efrem ureku frimpon. God be with you till we meet again on the same platform.
My everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? For all the many things, Father, you done.